Hey, everybody. So, one of the top questions that I get often is how do I tell the difference between my intuition and my fears or my limitations or even my emotions? And so, first and foremost, what I want to say is that your intuition doesn't have a charge to it. That's probably the simplest way I can say it. There is no big deal. There's no doom and gloom. There's no panic. None of that is your intuition. Your intuition is this still small voice or this quiet inner knowing or this gentle pull. Sometimes it's a stronger pull, but there is no emotion to it. And that doesn't matter at whatever human design you are, if have emotional authority, if you have sacral authority, if you have splenic authority, all of the different things, there is no charge. That is the best way I can describe it. So there might be different experiences that you have, but the moment you have an emotional response, you know your head's actually getting in there. You know your fears are actually getting in there. So the thing that is necessary, the reason why you need to practice is because very, very quickly, our emotions, our mind, our logic, our analyzing, our dissecting, our limitations, our fears, all of that can jump on and layer on to that pure thing that we had a sense for. So that's why I do all of these ongoing classes. That's why I create the courses I create, why we have the communities we have, is to be able to practice this in a space where you can start to feel and sense and know how your intuition works uniquely to you. Literally, you will start to experience it. And one thing you can do right now is you can actually just start playing with your intuition. Start becoming aware of where you feel called to be somewhere, or when you notice that little message that comes through that so and so's calling. Start to pay attention to the neutrality of that experience, the lack of charge to it. And you'll start to maybe experience what it is that I'm talking about. That way, when things do start to happen that you care about more, when you start to get a sense for, hey, maybe I need to check in with so and so, you don't start to layer in all of those other things. And if you do start to layer them in, you could have that opportunity to sit back and go, okay, let me get back to that level of peace and neutrality that I had when I was just practicing and experimenting working with my intuition, when I was giving myself the opportunity to play a little bit with it. And if you are having trouble doing that, then you need to just let it go for a minute. If you do need to pick up the phone and call someone because you had a concern that somehow you tuned into, do it. Do something that allows your mind to settle down, allows your energy to relax and come back to that peace, come back to that awareness that all is well in the world. All is well in that energetic realm. There really is no big deal. That's where you have to bring yourself back to. And that's some of the other videos I talk about how to do that in more detail. But that's the space you come back to. And then you can lean in and get a sense again. Am I picking up on anything? Am I sensing that energy I just tuned into, that person I just tuned into? Does it feel like I need to do anything about that? Okay, yeah, it does. And if you get jumped on again with all the fears, that'll especially creep in when it's people that you particularly care about. For example, a friend of mine said that she had this dream that her son got into a car accident on a field trip. Well, obviously, it's very, very, very easy for the fears to jump on. So you have to go back to, no, everything's okay. Everything's okay. It will all be okay. And from that place, okay, do I need to tune into anything and talk to my son about anything or talk to the teacher about anything? So there again, that energy of peace and neutrality is where it's at. All right, everybody, that's all I have to share for today. If you haven't yet, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so that you get more notifications on when I post and drop different videos. And as always, please feel free to share this with anyone that you feel might resonate with it. And lastly, if I can be of service in any way, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to connect.